Hillary, hey, Hillary, yeah, Hillary.
Hillary, a sensible, reassuring sort of a name. Think American foreign policy, Oscar-winning performances, and TV medical phone-ins.
Not to mention the UK's market leader in made-to-measure blinds.
Oh, I chose Hillary's because they do the measuring and fitting for me.
I chose my favourite is pattern.
Hillary's, the home of made-to-measure blinds and shutters.
Yeah, Hillary.
Ooh, sounds great! Maybe I should have got Hillary's in to do my blinds.
Oh dear.
But then again,
Thanks to unsatisfactory measuring, I'm left with a shutter that won't open. Very frustrating.
The fitter from Hillary's didn't measure the window correctly, so instead of reordering to the correct size, he just used a saw and hacked away to force it to fit. And he never used any screws or any nails to hold it into position, and eventually it fell.
so much for expert installation. Now what about that quality hand finish they promised?
Not only did they crack the ceiling, the blind fell down within 2 days, and the only reason that we went to the alleged professionals in the first place was because we didn't want the job botched.
They just totally ruined the area around my window where they tried to fit the shutter. It's just awful.
Looks like it's a good thing Hillary's blinds also offer a 3-year guarantee. Surely getting the problem fixed is just a phone call away.
I rang you and I said, there is no point ordering a shutter until...
Well, repeated phone calls if you're Tracy Hannah. Hillary's fitted her shutters last December, and she's been trying to get them to fix one that's stuck ever since. On the day we filmed, Hillary's called her back.
I'm only prepared now to talk to somebody that has bothered to read the letters that I've written,
Yes, she does sound angry, doesn't she? But then she has ordered over £1,000's worth of shutters.
The customer service department were rude, unhelpful, wouldn't listen to what I had to say. After numerous heated phone calls, including one where the gentleman on the end of the phone said that he couldn't have any conversation with me, it was 5 and he'd finished at 5, and proceeded to put the telephone down on me. I eventually persuaded them that it was essential another fitter came out to check the measurements.
Success? Not really. Hillary's then told her it would be another 3 months for the new shutters to be delivered. Oh, and they'd be based on the old measurements.
So I wait and see in 12 weeks' time what's going to arrive, but I suspect it will be another shutter that won't fit, and I'll be back to square one.
Well, if she's right, I wouldn't want to be the customer services rep.
You're not doing my health any good, actually. You're putting my blood pressure up. I'm so frustrated with all of you.
Good luck, Tracy, but be careful what you wish for. Donna Carr managed to get Hillary's to come out to do some remedial work. She now wonders why she bothered.
Hillary said they would supply a painter and decorator. He came on a Sunday with his wife. He didn't leave till 10 o'clock, and it turns out he wasn't even a decorator, he wasn't qualified. He was just a member of the office staff that did some handiwork for Hillary's. His decorating technique was just appalling. It was all coming away from the walls, there's all gaps. It's just a really terrible job what he's done. I phoned the following day to complain, and they just said that I should just be grateful that I got the work done in the first place. They've now said that they're not going to send me a replacement shutter because my expectations are too high. They've refused to redecorate my room, and they haven't even given me the cost to cover the reimbursement of the wallpaper.
As for patching up this customer's cracked ceiling, it seems Hillary's applied the same standards.
We were told that we had to give the person who'd botched the job in the first place opportunity to come back and fix it. And obviously our concern was that the person that had botched it originally was going to come back in and botch it again, which is exactly what happened. He came back to fill the hole with some filler, put more filler in than would ever be needed, and then he left for it to dry overnight, and we never saw him again. Another person came to rectify the problem, but he didn't have the tools or know what he was coming to fix. It was just bad customer service from start to finish, and we've still got what I would class as a ruined ceiling and a crooked blind.
Not to mention a bill for £268, which he later had refunded. John, Donna and Tracy are just a few of the customers who've paid for a service that simply didn't measure up. Perhaps they'd have been better spending their money on some DIY lessons. I I certainly would.